If you are a boxing fan, you should be excited right now, cause I got a fire Errol Spence Jr. video I'm getting ready to bust you upside your head with. I'm getting ready to give you the 5 fights, the 5 men Errol Spence Jr. should face if he wants to become a legend in the sport of boxing. And this video ain't just for the Spence fans, Canelo Alvarez fans, this is your video. Manny Pacquiao fans, this is your video. Terence Crawford fans, this is your video. We about to get it in, y'all. This video starts in 3, 2, 1.
Legend, an extremely famous or notorious person, especially in a particular field. Celebrity, phenomenon, superstar, icon.
Let's get it! E-fam, woo! What's good? I told you it's going down today. Listen, we are introducing a brand new series today with Errol Spence called Future Legend. What we will do on the Future Legend series is we will single out a fighter that we see has a chance. He's not there yet, but he has a chance to become a legend in the sport, and we will name the fights that we feel it will take for that fighter to reach that status. Because this past weekend, I just saw Manny Pacquiao's super impressive victory over Keith Thurman, and it hit me. Manny Pacquiao, unless I'm missing someone, get in the comment section and tell me if I am. But now that Floyd is gone, Manny Pacquiao is the only active fighter that's still fighting at the championship level that is a living, already established legend. And the rest of these guys are doing their thing, trying to build their resumes to become legends. So today, we kick it off with Errol Spence. And after you see today's video and see how it plays out, if you have another fighter in mind that you would like to see me do a Future Legend episode on, drop his name in the comments section and I might just hook that up for you. I feel there are 5 men, 5 fighters that stand in between Errol Spence and becoming an all-time great, all-time legend. Fight number 1. Showtime Shawn Porter, aka the Juggernaut. Of course we had to start here, because unless you've been living under a rock, you know that this fight is already signed, sealed, and delivered. September 28th at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, Porter vs. Spence is going down. But even if this fight wasn't signed, I would still say this is the perfect place for Spence to start on his road to becoming a legend. Why? Because the most prestigious strap, the WBC, the green belt, the strap that you have to tie your name to with all the great welterweights in order to be known as a legend, is involved in this fight. Spence needs to get that WBC around his waist. But standing in between Spence and that BC green strap is the Juggernaut. And I'm telling you right now, the Juggernaut will not make this easy for Spence. As I talk to some of my fellow Errol Spence Jr. fans, they think this gonna be easy work. The Juggernaut is coming, and everything left in his body, he is going to be willing to give on September 28th. And I'm saying that because of what I see in Shawn Porter's eyes, the spirit I feel around him right now, his aura. He looks at Errol Spence as his path to the Boxing Hall of Fame. He seems to me to be a man who has pushed all of his poker chips into the middle of that table. And let me tell you what else I see in his eyes. And this is why I styled Shawn Porter is the Juggernaut. Because what does Shawn Porter do at his best? The same thing that the Juggernaut does at his best. Chaos, violence, carnage, a reckless mentality, reckless behavior, leading with your head, breaking glass, breaking window. And Errol Spence, if you're listening to this right now, fam, listen to me, bruh. That's the Shawn Porter you're gonna get on the 28th. I'ma keep it real with you, fam. You're getting headbutted, bruh. It's gonna happen multiple times. Right on that eyebrow. It's probably gonna be points to this fight where Errol Spence is gonna be tasting that blood, that eyebrow blood. But I feel Errol Spence is the favorite in this fight for a reason. This will be tougher than most expected to be, but I do feel Errol Spence should be victorious over Shawn Porter. And this would make Errol Spence Jr. the division's only unified champion. And at this point, fight number 2 is time. You already know who I'm talking about. No more waiting, no more marinating, no more letting the fight build. Fight number 2, Terence Bud Crawford, aka Killmonger. Woo! This is the big one, y'all. This is the one the world wants to see. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Bud Crawford. This is the stuff that makes you legendary. These are the fights that you have to fight if you want to become a legend in this sport. And the important thing for this fight to really go off well, it has to happen sooner rather than later. We don't need either one of these guys getting past their primes before we see them in the ring together. Now, I saw a video from my man Black Fight Fan TV a few days ago that really gave me some encouragement that this fight is gonna happen sooner than later. Black Fight Fan said he was texting with Errol Spence and he was letting him know we all want the Terence Crawford fight. That's the fight we want. He said Errol Spence said, yes, I will deliver that fight. Black Fight Fan then goes on to ask Errol, which was a great question, will this fight happen while Bud Crawford is still in his prime? Errol Spence then says, yes, I want Bud while he's still in his prime. Woo! That gets me excited right there, y'all. Because something is telling me, listen, this fight will be one of the more violent mega fights that we've ever seen. I saw all I needed to see when I saw these two together. You guys remember this. This confrontation was on a few different platforms. I saw it over at the Pugilism Company. Go check them out today. When I saw Errol Spence and Terence Crawford together having that banter back and forth, I said, woohoo, this one's gonna get ugly. I saw Errol trying to punk Crawford a little bit, getting in Crawford's face. Crawford wasn't having it. I saw Crawford then try to do the same, getting in Errol's face. Errol wasn't having it. Two dogs, two warriors, it can only go down one way. And the reason I am styling Bud Crawford is Killmonger is because he looks at Errol Spence a lot like Killmonger looked at T'Challa. I'm just as gifted, I'm just as fast, I'm better, I'm stronger, and you get all the praise. The people love you more. I want to take you out. I want your spot. I want the throne. It's like all Terence Crawford is waiting on is for Bob Arum and Al Heyman to be like Forrest Whitaker's character on Black Panther Zuri and get everybody together, the whole village, get us all together and offer him a path to the throne.
Victory in ritual combat comes by yield or death. If any tribe wishes to put forth a warrior, I now offer a path to the throne.
Woo! Then we got a fight, y'all. In my opinion, Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford needs to happen after the Shawn Porter fight. Don't let it marinate anymore. Let's do it. But let's say Errol Spence Jr. pulls off something that is going to be very difficult and takes that WBO strap away from Terence Bud Crawford. There would only be two things left for him to do at the welterweight division, right? The first one is to become undisputed. The second is to get a legend on his resume, and his fate would have it. Right now, he could get both of those things done by facing one man. Woo! Our third third fight on our 5-fight list for Errol Spence Jr. to become a legend is the great, the icon, the living legend, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, aka Superman. Yes, Manny Pacquiao, the WBA welterweight champion, fresh off of his beatdown of Keith one-time Thurman. To become a legend in boxing, you need to take down and defeat another legend in boxing. Just like Manny Pacquiao himself had to take out Oscar De La Hoya. But the difference here is Manny Pacquiao ain't no Oscar De La Hoya. This won't be easy work. I keep telling y'all, y'all better respect Manny Pacquiao. That dude can fight and he is very difficult to beat in a boxing match. I made a video about it. Here it is. Here's the thumbnail. How Manny Pacquiao at 40 years old still has success and is able to beat younger fighters. If you haven't seen that one yet, when you finish this video, go to the timeline, jump over and watch that. Also, come back to the channel tomorrow. I'll be talking Manny Pacquiao again, because I'm hearing Mikey Garcia is saying he wants some of Manny Pacquiao. So we have this video dropping for you tomorrow. Can Mikey Garcia beat Manny Pacquiao? I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it and give you a thorough breakdown, Amazing Eric style, of that fight. Make sure to come back to the channel tomorrow and look for this one. Okay, back to today's video. And the reason I said Pacquiao should be the third fight and not the second fight is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford need to fight each other first. I'm hearing some people say, well, why did Manny Pacquiao fight Terence Crawford and then fight Errol Spence? He's 40 and a legend. He don't have to. He already had all his great fights. That man's in his 40s. These two are young in their prime. They need to fight each other, and then the winner fights Manny Pacquiao. That's OG status. He is the WBA champ. You know the WBA will let you hold on to that strap forever. Look what they did for Keith. Keith Thurman was the champ, then the champ in recess, then the champ with a hurt elbow, then the champ in surgery, then the champ as an outpatient, then the champ getting married, then the champ taking a get back, and then the champ taking a get back year, and then the super champ. If they let Keith Thurman hold the belt for that long, of course, they should let a legend like Manny Pacquiao hold the belt and wait for Spence and Crawford to work it out first. That way the fight sets up perfectly. It gives Manny Pacquiao a chance to have a huge fight and retire if he wins as the undisputed welterweight champ. That would put him on this Superman level I'm talking about. He's already there, but he would go above. Maybe he would become Zeus or something like that. That's where Manny Pacquiao would be if he can retire with all of these sharks in the water as the undisputed welterweight champ. It would give Errol Spence a chance, on the other hand, to become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, and also to leave welterweight with a legend on his resume. That fight has to be the third fight, and I say one more time, that will not be easy work for Errol Spence Jr. So let's say Errol Spence Jr. is able to defeat the living legend Manny Pacquiao. If he does, now it would be time to go north. Yes, go north, young man, go north, because every legend in the boxing game that's not a heavyweight has to travel north, go to the higher weight classes and win titles there in order to cement his legacy as a legend. Now, due to time constraints, because I really don't like to hold you guys over 15 minutes per video, I'm just gonna tell you guys fights number 4 and 5 right here together. Fight number 4 would be the unified junior middleweight champion, Julian J. Rock Williams. Now, if Errol could win that fight, and that's another if, because that is another extremely tough fight, I think J. Rock actually matches up with Errol really well. But if he was to win that, he could move on to the final one on the list, the big one, the cash cow, Canelo Alvarez. And if he is to win there, which is another if, extremely tough fight, fight, he would then be the middleweight champion of the world. And I know that is an extremely tough 5-fight list, but think about this in your mind, people, as we close this video. If Errol Spence defeats Shawn Porter, and then he moves on and he defeats Terence Crawford, and then he moves on and he defeats Manny Pacquiao, undisputed welterweight champ, and then he moves on and he defeats J-Rock, unified junior middleweight champ, and then he moves on and defeats Canelo Alvarez, what else can we call him except for legend? Now, what I need everybody out there listening to do is jump into the comment section and light that thing up. Tell me what you think about the list. Tell me if you first believe Errol Spence could make it all the way through that list, and secondly, if you don't, point out which fight you feel he would fall in. Until the next one, it's your man, Amazing Eric, y'all. Peace.